Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Cayne. Let us get on with the show, shall we? Yes, we shall. We shall go through that loading indicator. Quick as a monkey on fire. I guess a monkey on fire would be fairly slow, actually, if you think about it. I don't think a monkey on fire would do a lot. Let's go through his PDA, because his privacy actually doesn't matter. Well, while he was alive, or the fact that he's dead now. New Year's resolutions, very late but who gives a shot. A few things I could improve on. Teach Moose even more cuss words. He's such a marvellous bird, I'm training him to call Sharon a fucking freak. It ain't a lie, is it? She has a screwed up arm, leg and face. She will be generously surprised when I reveal this delight to her, just having a laugh. Is Sharon the mannequin, the meat mannequin? Tone my body by increasing my cheese intake to a wheel a day. Works the bowels and adds to my sophisticated charm. Cheese equals classy. Focus on my new VIP task. Managing the quantum fusion plant is really an easy gig. Now, I won't let that on. Yeah, but I push a few buttons, add a bit of grease here and there, and Bob's your uncle. My single purpose in life is to keep this turbine spinning and well lubed. I will keep focused so I don't botch anything up. Life support system, who needs them? Smiley face. What kind of ears does an engine have? Engineers! Cement my place as the charm and entertainer of this facility. Every morning at brekkie I will stand up and take the piss. I will plan to work the crew's unique personalities into my comedy routine. Just having a laugh, they'll love that. Probably grow more birds than George Foreman. Drink more wine. What goes better with cheese? Yeah, cheese and wine. Extra classy. Cultivate my own curd. I found a rather unique culture grown on the shipping containers outside a PDT printer lab. What does PDT mean? Pediatrician, doctor, toilet. I have also nicked a flask of Samantha's tit milk, the juice they use to keep her nippers happy. With a little love, I should taste and smell better than a matured cheddar. Oh fuck it, who am I kidding? My plan is just to be more awesome than I was last year. As if that's even possible. That's March 1st. Danny Boland, June 04. Moose, my soul at last a solace hath. In dreams of thee and therein knows an Eden of bland repose. Danny, or Donny, you were an asshole. And a shitty poet. Alrighty, we've got some tools, and we've got this thing, power breaker switch. It's a thermal magnetic circuit breaker. It probably controls something. I believe in you. Hey.
This thing sliced that charming gentleman in half. Oh, it's not important. Not right now.
That's probably going to be very important later on if I have to kill someone. Sticky pool of coagulated, wow! Coagulated blood. The average adult human contains between 4.7 and 5.5 liters of blood. That's most of it. Lying on the floor. Come on this way. I don't need to click on the thingamadoodle. I just want you to walk past. Notice D. Boland. Please report her. What to administration? Well, he won't because he is dead. Do I still have his thingy? Yes, ID card. Boop-a-doop. I am preggy AF. Briggies. Alright, let's go up. There's a force field, another force field, and a security access terminal. What is this place? Oh. The thermal controls access the elevated platform. It hums and shimmers with electromagnetic energy, and this is a dull hum emanates from the enormous ventilator. Can you run? I know it's probably not the best thing in your condition, but...
Elevator.
Hey! Ho! What do you know? There's an elevator. The word called JB for a good time was scratched into the bark. A large freight elevator waits on the platform. Alright, let's get this security access thingy. Alright, hello, who dis? New phone, who dis? I have to make that joke every single time, forever and a day. It never stops being funny. What's with the weird Mad Max armor though? I have to... It's questionable. Questioning. I don't know. I'm questioning. Hello, sunshine. I'm gonna be honest, it seemed like he was more scared of me than I was of him. He was quite cute. A monster.
A monster. An animal.
Then run.
No. No, it's okay. I'm safe.
I've got full speed. No, go back.
It hit the electric perimeter. I think that startled it.
That's good.
Not good. The elevator is on the other side of that same fence.
Oh, that's bad.
Hopefully if I get to the elevator, whatever it is won't be there. I'm going with a glass half full approach.
You need to protect yourself. Find a weapon.
I can't go one-on-one with that thing. Like, especially in this state. I feel so slow. It's huge. And it's covered in blood.
You think it killed everyone?
It's a newborn.
I don't know. But this place is deserted. Maybe when the power went off, I let that thing out.
Nah.
Got what they deserved.
Oh, God. Did I? I killed them all.
Probably.
They deserved it. They blinded me. Tried to kill you and your child. They deserved it.
Yes.
Well, she wanted to abort, so
yes.
you know.
Survival of the fittest. Man to man.
Woman.
Man to woman. Just keep moving, Hadley. I'm counting on you. Your baby is counting on you.
Because of this baby that I'm in this damn mess.
Ficus benjamina can reduce and even eliminate gaseous formaldehyde from indoor air conditioning systems, just in case. Just in case I need to know that little factoid. Also, it seems like my headphones are going to die again. So I'm just going to plug it in. And then we should be alright. There we go. Halfway done. Come on. Put the thing in the side. There we go. Alright. Security access terminal. Let's open it. Mono a mono. Did I ever tell Nameless Man that PDT printer room? Oh, I see. It's a thing. Boop. That's a lot. It's blood. It's not a lot of blood, but it is blood. Okay, back. What's that thing? Boop, doop. Is that where I need to go? Brain emulsion lab. All right. I feel like I need to unlock the PDT room because it says that I need that thingy. How do I unlock this though? No, I think I need I need a code, but where will I find that code? ID card.
Grasping at straws, Hadley.
Yeah, I know, but shut up. The heavy-duty impeller ventilates the annex. All right, so we're in the annex. Where's the PD? I think it might be there. Oh, I'm gonna have to walk so far away. The PDT thingy was mentioned, I believe, on the terminal with the crazy corpse. So that's gonna be fun. We can walk all the way back. It's probably gonna be fine. Yeah. I would really would have liked to have a little bit of fast travel. Like if I double click that, I would just go to the next one. A soft static crackling sound emanates from the force field. Yeah, come on, run faster. My exit is so close yet so far. Evacuation. It should be fine. Damage number. Wait, there's a thingy. It's shiny. Huh. This is giving me diagnostic information, but it's not giving me access codes, which I kinda need. Okay, we'll just accept the fact that that's happening. And we're gonna go up there. Okay, let's go down here, hither and thither, into that room. Alright, Samantha, I'm just here to get the old wobbly bobbly. The old... How the hell am I supposed to activate the PDT? This is nonsense. Cockroach. Huh. Well, poopy. Somewhere there is a code. I don't know where it is though. Call someone for a good time doesn't really assist me in this situation. I'm gonna go back down. Maybe it's in the other room. If it's not here, I'll just have to rub everything against everything, starting with the stuff in my PDA. Oh, I've used that. Boop.
Stupid Hadley.
Jeez, give yourself a break.
No.
How many two?
On second thought, nope.
That's been used against everything, so that...
Yeah, it's official.
Ooh, hey.
I'm losing my mind.
Hello, what's this now? The card's static plastic surface is now entirely coated with ultrafine... What does that help me? Boop.
Maybe if I... Wait. Nope.
Oh. No, it's covered in static, but I don't know why that's gonna be useful. I'm just gonna... Okay, well, we have this thing, so let's shove everything against that and see what happens. It's glowing, so it has to be a thing.
Okay. No.
Attention all staff. Due to security event, the password for the PDT lab has been reset. Alrighty, that was a shitty one to find. But we did it. After quite some time. But Juno. Is this Juno? Is that movie? Go, climb down. Go. I believe in you. Go, Hadley. Oh, right, that was annoying. Okay, go back down. Go. Alright, Patati, we're at the security access terminal, so let's click on that thingy. This is the PDT printer room. The thingy is play plus flag and thunder. And loud! Yay! Which sit on? Where is? Oh, there it is. PDT printer room. Woo! Let's go down. Okay, entering the PDT printer room. Lovely. Timber crate. A series of unremarkable numbers are etched into the sides of the crate. Attention, PDT not recognized. Access for service in facility require an active PDT. CSEC has been notified. Oh, great, lovely. If I have to actually do math on this, I'm going to explode. There's also a thing. Let me just get all the stuff in a picture so I don't have to walk back again 1,000,005 times because that would suck. Scratch metal crate, scratch timber crate, metal crate. Do they all have a thing? Storage container. The galvanized zinc veneer is almost black with rust and grime. It's some sort of industrial cargo crate, but the ID decals on the side have been damaged, perhaps deliberately. The letters G and maybe R or K are barely legible. Fuse box! Sparks snap and sputter in the access panel of the wall. Tendrils of fungi.
Fuse is melted.
That's lovely. Tendrils of fungi move lazily in the air. Okay, look at the fuse box. Okay, access card, plug in the access card. Okay, let me shove in an access card and see what happens. Boop! Quantum storage device updated.
That worked out better than I thought it would. I don't know what I see the thing, Hadley, but I don't know. Do I now use the? What do I? No.
Jeez, calm down. Holy moly! It's a bit uncalled for. You're just a bit crazy. Maybe I should cut it. Hey, I got a thing! I got a thing. It looks like that thing that goes in there. Just shove it in there.
Well done, me.
Hey! Donnie is useful. Donnie Bueland. It's fine.
Sorry, I mean... Gee whiskers.
What is it?
It's... brains.
Brains?
Oh, this is actually brains. It's brains just.
No, I don't think so.
It's also a cool holograph. Medical hologram. Hologram, not a gram? What? Graph. A swelling mass of neon particles makes up an animated, anatomically accurate model of a human skull. The effect is probably much more disconcerting than the lab designers intended. Personal data tag printer. The inside of the tube is encrusted with ice, perhaps as a result of cryogenic freezing. A low hum radiates from the brain nutrient tank. A profusion of oxygenated blood substitute an artificial cerebrospinal fluid into the preservation fluid can keep the samples viable for months, even years at a time. How does she know this? Lumps of tissue have started to separate from the frontal and occipital lobes and squirm like bloodless tentacles in the preservation liquid. I feel like the type of game this is does lend itself to the explanation, because if they just tried to, graphically depict it, it wouldn't have been as creepy as actually just telling you what it is. The clawing stench of putrefaction hangs like a pall over the plastic pallet. PDA, the private journal has been knocked to the floor. Worn wooden desk, coffee stains, and a random assortment of instructable and insignificant academic junk clutter the antique walnut top. Ah, what a waste of nice walnut. Alright, pick up that PDA. Let's have a look at it. Ah, my back. You have a face. That fucking bitch. I mean, I get it. She's John's daughter. Such a big deal or whatever, but I'm a Cayne, and that spoiled brat needs to know her place. So maybe I'm not her biological mother, not some nobody whore from the dust colonies, but her father and I are lovers now, and she has to accept that and show some respect. I think I'm going to start insisting that she call me mother, just for today's insolence, and I can probably use John's pathetic piety to play the two of them off each other while she inevitably defies me. That should be amusing. Besides, without me, the whole team would be totally screwed, because I'm the only one who can go near Samantha. Me, not Julia, not even John. Me. Samantha and I have a mutual understanding, I think. Experiential bond. Me with my disabilities, and she with her idiosyncrasies. Ever since the stroke, people treat me like I'm different, like I'm other, so I can empathize with her. She's more than just a product to me. She's a collaborator, a conspirator, even. It's not like anybody else knows our special experiments. The CEO has arrived at the facility. If I hadn't handled some of the paperwork myself, I'd probably have known anyway, because John was especially devout about his purification rituals when we met last night. I was still scrubbing blood out of the upholstery this morning, the shit I tolerate for my career prospects. What? Weird culty things. Since when am I accountable to the fucking support staff? That Danny Boland has become a constant, insufferable nuisance, skulking around in my lab and asking too many questions. He's in charge of managing the facility's life support systems, not our research work. I told Samantha about it. She said I should bring her Danny sped parrot. I think she said that it's the kind of thing she would say. During the weekly inventory, I noticed that 2 grubs are missing from the habitat. Julia's sleazy friend from Mind Transfer has been hanging around our department lately, and he's expressing an overly keen interest in our specimens. Did he take them, and for what? Message from Sharon Cayne Musk to Danny Boland. Subject: accident. Your bird got into Samantha's birthing lab somehow and was killed. It may be some consolation to know that despite such a regrettable tragedy, we've gleaned valuable information about Samantha's behavior in the process. She prefers to prolong the suffering of her prey. For example, this could be useful in our research. Sorry about that, Sharon. I think that John and Julia aren't talking to each other between the food poisoning epidemic, a frustrating lack of real progress in our department's work, and a constant refusal to properly acknowledge me as part of the family, I guess everything is a bit volatile at the moment. Samantha thinks it's hilarious, but I'm questioning my own precarious position in the middle of things now. John is locking himself up in his office and sulking all day isn't exactly helping me, and Julia's sullen disregard is now turning into blatant hostilities. Not fucking constructive, Sharon. Okay. Boop, boop. Samantha has been sort of subdued for the last week or so. She won't tell me what the problem is, but I think it might be something to do with the temperature in the labs. Danny Bologna is enforcing new atmosphere maintenance regulations, ostensibly to eliminate thermal fluctuations in food storage as a possible reason for the ration spoiling. But I suspect it's petty revenge for the parrot incident. With the temperature now kept below the habitat usual 95 degrees, however, Samantha's grubs are drowsy and morose. I visited the atmospheric control room today to see if I could adjust the temperature in our labs, and I made the most intriguing discovery. Somebody has been collecting body parts and making some sort of thing, an organic simulacrum, I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe. I must assume that this is some secret, obviously desperate new research developments in Dr. Abrams' department. Now, so I've told John and Julie about it. Tensions have now been temporarily forgotten as our team redoubles its own efforts to resolve the problem of advanced organ regrowth. Samantha has become increasingly uncooperative, though. I think she liked it when everybody was preoccupied with circumstantial drama and not her. My personal stem cell therapy project has had some unanticipated results. I've developed what appears to be a cluster of sphincter-like gland ducts around my lower abdomen. That's weird. Around my lower abdomen, groin, and upper thighs. That's really weird. Something resembling those found on the more mature grub specimens. That's super weird. That emits some sort of musky, yellowish discharge. That's gross. Perhaps a pheromone. Did I mix up my glial regeneration sequences, or were the samples contaminated? It doesn't matter now. John's become obsessed with them. I suppose the flagellation thing should have clued me into his predilections for kinky sex stuff. But this is a whole other level. I won't lie though, it's kind of odd. It's really weird. Clinical improvement on my mobility and speech issue is limited, however, so that's a bust. Shit. That's really weird. We've been in lockdown for a week and only briefly realized today for an emergency drill something is going on around here, but nobody's talking about it. First the food poisoning, then the fungus infestation, and now what? I'm down to my last pack of cigarettes. That's really the worst of your problems. I shouldn't have taken this fucking assignment. It's not even directly related to Cayne, even through marriage and my second cousins at that. But here I am, stuck in this crumbling science museum, sleeping with a decrepit zealot pervert, and trying to mend my troubled relationships with the creature from the Black Lagoon because it's the only real meaningful thing I have in here. What have I become? Well, a weird sphincter thing lady person thing. Private message. Julia Kern to Sharon Cayne Musk. Is it Elon Musk's wife? Or sister? It's funny because... No, it's really not. I don't care. Project update. Sharon, we need to discuss the situation with Samantha. It's important. Meet me in the birthing lab nexus in 15 minutes. Julia, the unlock code is that's important. I'm going to take a picture. Oh, righty po-tighty. Let me shove my hand in stuff. Can I shove my hand in stuff? Personal data tag thingy. Cool, print all the things.
PDT. This must be how they're making the security tags.
There must be an easier way.
How?
This facility seems to do things the hard way.
Who? Where?
I've heard of spinal tagging on animals, right into the nervous system. Maybe this is like an upgrade. These aren't animals.
Sure we are. We're just meat puppets.
Puppets? You had an interesting childhood.
Hi, friend. I'm Ralph. Let's print a PDT together.
Well, hey there, Ralph. Let's print that PDT. Boop-a-doop. Oh, I need a blank PDT, a PDT template, a cryoregulator. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Also, the other guy who's just meat puppets is just a super edgelord with the edgelord of edge. Let's fuck it up. Hey, Ralph. I'm here to kill you.
If I rotate it sideways. No.
Alright, let's go get a thingy from the somewhere room. I can't remember. I was not paying attention. Whoopsies. Room-like properties A through Z have been acquired. Please report to your nearest admin office for further information. That's very far away, and I just want to make super sure I've got everything. Tendrils. That's a thing. Fuse box, storage container, scratch metal crate, timber crate. Okay, we'll just go through one time. I'm pretty sure that's everything, but oh, you're making a silly joke. Hey Ralph, how you is? Very neutral track. I think that's everything. Thrumming machinery, barely perceptible low-level vibrations travel through the scanner at irregular intervals. It should be everything. Yeah. Okay. Because I know the other place is really, really far away, and I really don't want to walk all the way back because I can't just double-click to move, which would have been lovely if I could do that. That would have been awesome, but I can't. My back. Alright, why is the security access terminal so far away? It's so far away. It really sucks. Alright, back to the security terminal. One of these, central elevator access, brain emulsion lab. Blip! Okay, what was that code again? Is it the brain emulsion lab? What was it? I actually wrote it down. So, meet me in the birthing lab nexus. No. Birthing lab nexus. Birthing lab nexus, yes, this one. It is plus flag thunderbolt. Unlock!
Is there anything else you can make out around you?
No. Deep thumping noise. Like a machine.
Another generator, maybe? Focus on the last thing you do remember.
I just realized something.
There are flashes. A hospital. Family. They didn't like me much.
Because you were a horrible person.
Join the club.
Wanted what I have.
Oh? What's that?
Money's awesome. Oh, you're Cayne.
Me.
You're actual
Or I pushed
Cayne.
them away.
Probably.
They weren't good enough. They weren't willing to put in the hard work.
You seem like a
Wanted
Cayne.
to be given things.
Yep.
Given
Oh, there's a helix on the top right.
the things that I bled over.
Well, I don't talk to Mother anymore. And my dad, well, no clue who he is.
That's lovely.
She was distant. She was always like that.
Who knows?
Maybe I was just unlikable.
This does explain why you don't want a child, though.
Enough that I was too much like him. That she saw too much of him in me.
That's just bad parenting.
Sorry, Hadley. Sometimes we unintentionally hurt the ones we love.
Such greeting card bullshit. You don't hurt the people you love the people you love.
Aww. Can I move now? I believe the thing we were facing, which is also blind and was very close to us, is probably the guy. Yeah, let's go to Project Samantha. That's gonna be amazing. That's gonna be lovely. Let's turn right. Okay. It's down here. What's in here? Look, little grubs. Atmosphere readout. Glass barrier. The optically transparent polymer forms a particularly resistant barrier to the grub habitat.
Terrible in there.
There are big
Just thinking
handprints.
about it.
Sample retrieval node. It's a pneumatic delivery tube for moving samples safely between the observation laboratory and the specimen habitat. They are currently sleepy. The display primitively summarizes the current temperature, humidity, toxicity, and the other status levels of the specimen habitat. Okay, do I need more of those? There's a lot of blood in there. Okay, and then someone was in here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Retrieving platform. Let's click on that. Notice beta catalyst still required for grabbing. Okay, I need a beta canister. Biological growth. A greenish gaseous smog lingers around the composite mass of flesh, muscle fiber, bone, and other organic matter. Coolio, daddy-o. Let's move on to the next room and see what we can find out there. Hadley, what up, what up? Let's go in there. There's a thing. Wait, is there anything in this room? Nope, I don't. Stained floor. Old plasma and unrecognizable stains have formed an interesting patina on the metal floor. An interesting patina. What a lovely phrase. What a lovely word. Lovely jabbly. My nose is kind of blocked now. It sucks. Woo! It's gonna be a cutscene. I feel it. I feel it in my bone. I feel it in my butt. Oh, this is...
You're scared.
Heck yeah, I'm scared.
Makes sense.
Please. Create this.
Science!
Monsters.
Alright. Voice recorder. Organic fluid. It smells like an abattoir. Floating corpse. Lacerated ribbons of flesh and muscle tissue frame the shattered vertebrae like some grotesque work of art. A mangled PDT clings to the spinal cord. Ooh, I can have that. Lever and a PDA. Burning machinery. Acrid black smoke loops between the melted circuitry and the plastic. There's a whip there. Can I has the whip? Yeah, I can has the whip. I have a whip now. I have a sexy whip. I am now Bayonetta. Tattered thermonylon strapping and mangled clamps dangle ominously from the massive reinforced steel frame. Blood-stained whip with tiny burrs. Oh, it's the guy who likes the pain. The masochist dude. Let's pull the lever, crunk. Pull the lever, crunk. There's another lever placed there. So I'm probably gonna need a lever. Flop. Oh, that's amazing.
That was nasty.
That's a big. That's a big, really. A uterus made of flesh and machine. Okay, you know what? Sure. Can I put it back? Broken lever mechanism. I'm gonna need a lever, won't I? A personal diary lies idle. Professor John Cayne, today is a holy day.
Someone.
I'm not there yet. Where even are you? He is the end of the Leviathan.
It's unpredictable. Cloning an individual is possible.
It sounds like they were using something special. Something called Samantha.
How he... Whatever. Today is a holy day. Henry Cayne himself has arrived, frozen and waiting for the great harvest to come. Soon the flesh of the immortal vessel will bring him new life. We're closer than ever, and I know it. The race has begun, and I know not... I will not allow Dr. Adams, the heretic he is, to win. No, Cayne will not allow it. He knows his plan, and he knows that it ends with me. Notice the capital H. A Leviathan is Samantha. Nothing on earth is her equal. A creature without fear. The book of Job 41:33. February 14th. Never again will he die. Never again will he feel pain. Never again will he leave us. He will be reborn of his own duplicate flesh and not that of Adams and his ridiculous mind transfer parlor trick. We are getting closer. Our patient has undergone the new and improved genetic fusion procedure and is reacting well. The spinal cord has been killed, meaning that the dead cells will need to regenerate and reform into a functioning spine. No signs of physical rejection thus far, and cellular regeneration is slowly beginning. It should reconstruct itself overnight. Our Lord has stricken us with inadequacy. We have failed yet again. This is my fault, and I must, as always, accept responsibility. This time I've added hooks to my whip, and I shall flagellate until dawn. I will elaborate on the results after I've taken time to reflect. Fusing Samantha's DNA with the patient's caused the newly regenerated spinal cord to expand drastically, forcing the vertebrae to audibly pop into even halves. Soon after, the patient's immune system attacked the rogue spinal cells, which in turn retaliated by killing off all of her attached nerves. In the end, the patient succumbed to asphyxiation as the new cells burned through oxygenated blood more quickly than her lungs could produce it. Another failure, but still not a wasted body. Praise be, I've spent the day, or at least most of it, reflecting on our Saviour's brilliant plan. The pieces slide into place. Samantha, myself, and the almighty Cayne in the same facility. The planets are aligned. The end draws near, perhaps the beginning. I'm glad we have finally found a use for Ralph. We have put him to a more productive task. Ha! His blasphemous lectures about how the fungal plague is the result of poor hygiene were getting on my nerves. It is Cayne's doing. The plague is his retribution for our sins. Tonight we test again. We'll be using the same procedure as before, but this time an enzyme inhibitor will be introduced to prevent excess tissue regeneration. We must not accept failure. We will bask in the light of Cayne's restored glory. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt in the second death. Revelations 2:11. Still the patient lives, however it has exhibited some concerning symptoms. Although the spinal cord has stopped regenerating at an appropriate time, the arms and legs will occasionally twitch, or more accurately flail. It seems that the spine has control over the connected limbs. The patient is no longer viable. After the promising start, the regenerative tissues again expanded beyond intention. Surprisingly, the patient's removed vocal cords were reconstructed. Of course, it did not understand speech. It must have been frightened by its own inhuman screaming, as it immediately tore its own throat out. At some gurgling, it regenerated within hours. Then terrible screaming and bloody extraction, a cascade of rotting tissue. The previous throats began to form a dangling, bleeding scarf as the patient continued to tear itself apart. Oh, the abomination! As far as Sharon could tell, Adam's unrighteous creation was as wasted, precious flesh in making a toy of some kind, just like its creator. The abomination has been an unholy waste of resources. Even a name such as hobo is an undeserved grace. It is an animal and nothing more. Pestilence strikes. The fungal threat is weak now, but soon it will spread to our food and our bodies. If it hasn't already, this is our first and perhaps final warning to make haste. I've traced the spores to a cargo shipment earlier in the year, but I have no idea how they became so virulent. Behold, with a great plague will Cayne smite thy people, and thy children, and all thy gods. 2 Chronicles 21:14. The fungus is having an observable impact on the cellular regeneration process. One patient began to develop a film of what resembles reptilian scales, complete with a secondary set of eyelids. This is unacceptable. The spinal regeneration process has been mastered, although any tissue can now be perfectly reconstructed. But it's impossible to get definitive results with this interference. Cayne, if you truly seek rebirth, why do you hinder me so? Is this not the time? Surely there is a reason. Samantha scratched several demonic scrolls into an insignificant employee's back. I warned them not to get close to the succubus. She is the devil. Sometimes we need to make a deal with hell to get closer to heaven. Forgive me, Cayne. I succumbed to Sharon's temptation and had a romantic dinner rather than working late as I should have done. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit is indeed willing, but the flesh is weak. 1 Timothy 6:11-12. My repetitive failure has indeed had an impact on my faith. I am being tested for the love of Cayne. I shall rise above. Yay, cults! Today I noticed my laboratory is missing several incubators. The last inventory check was several months ago, so it could have gone missing at any time. This is undoubtedly the work of Adams, but why? He doesn't need the equipment, and I can certainly spare it. Perhaps the hobo is involved. It is disconcerting at best. Time is of the essence. Samantha's escape today is likely to be the first of many, and we will eventually run out of ways to subdue her. The re-engineered grubs are reproducing a potent gas that is driving the beast to fluster. Whether she kills us all or we find a way to kill her first, neither outcome revives Cayne. I will not rest until he has returned to intervene. From this point forward, I live for nothing else. Well, that was lovely, wasn't it? I believe we kind of are out of time, so next time we'll pick up that voice recorder, an authoritative voice broadcast from tiny recording device. It's gonna be lovely. I'll see you all in the next one. Cheery bye. Look at that ooze. Abattoir.